G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Now today we're going to look at the new 112 scale buggy from WLtoys. This is their new 124008. Now I've had this car here for about close to a week, courtesy from Makerfi, so thanks to them for sending it out for review. And I'm just finally getting around to actually having a look at this one today, and we're going to test it out also. So as you can see, it is a four-wheel drive 112 scale buggy. They're claiming 60 plus kilometers an hour on this particular model. Now this model, the 124008, even though it looks a little bit similar to the previous 112 scale models from WLtoys, this one is a little bit different. I think it's mainly made for bashing rather than speed, and it does run on a 3S, and that's a first for WLtoys with their RTR buggies or any of their RCs in their range. It's the first one to have a 3S out of the box. Now if we have a look at the side of the box here, we can see some of the specs. We have a brushless motor, I believe it's a 3900 kV. Alloy gears like all the previous models. We've got a 3S 35 amp capable brushless ESC. We've got the off-road tires once again, of course. We've got all filled shocks, which are standard on the WLtoys range. Digital waterproof servo. And we've got our 3S battery. Okay guys, with the new transmitter. All right guys, we've got everything out of the box now. First off, we got the standard user manual from WLtoys. Tells you everything you need to know, but the all-important section is out the back here. It's got the exploded diagrams and all the parts lists for spare parts, which you can easily get for this car. Got the wheel wrench, of course, to take the wheel nuts off. Here is the proprietary battery, guys. This is the 3S Lipo, and it's a 1300 milliamp hour. Now, I've read some comments about the concerns about only being able to use this particular modular battery with this car. Now, even though this is proprietary to this RC buggy, you can use aftermarket 2S and 3S batteries in this car, not a problem, guys, all right? Because it does run off a Dean's T-plug connector. We, of course, get the 3S USB charger here for charging this battery up. Also, Makerfi threw in, as always, a bunch of their stickers. Okay, now with the 124008, we get WLtoys' latest style of transmitter, as they do with all their models now. We get the one-handed lever control here for the steering. Throttle trim, steering trim, your on and off switch is on the back here. And this does take 4 AAA batteries. Now, unlike some YouTubers out there that will tell you that these are absolute trash, mainly due to the fact that I think they don't like the phone holder, which honestly I couldn't really care less about because no one will use it anyways. I actually prefer these transmitters as an improvement over the originals, like the V2 for example. Now these have a much better range and no delay at all compared to the so-called V2 transmitter here. Now this V2 transmitter came with the 144010, this particular one here. Now this has got terrible delay, guys. Absolute terrible delay and pretty crappy range, about 100 meters out of this V2 transmitter, which they've been using this style of transmitters for quite some time. These new ones here, now I've actually proven in a video with the actual 124007. I used this transmitter and done a review on that car earlier this year. And I actually done a follow-up video where I tested the distance of this new transmitter, and I actually got 160 plus meters away, and I actually had to stop early because I lost sight of the actual car itself. Now you can check out that video. I'll leave a pop-up card at the top right-hand corner of the screen here. Go check out that video after you've watched this one. And also, earlier in the year, I made a video showing this transmitter here from the 124007 bound to all the previous WLtoys buggies, the brushless ones from the 1/10 scale down to the 1/14 scale, especially those that had really bad delay. This eliminated it and bound easily to all those previous models. So anyway, guys, enough on the transmitters. What I just want to say is that I know what I'd rather have. I'd rather have much better range, zero delay, which has been a problem with this particular transmitter in the past. Now, if you do own older models of the WLtoys, brushed or brushless, you can use this one transmitter and bind to them all. I think it's a fantastic idea. Okay guys, well here is the new 124008. I really do like the design of this buggy, guys. It's got a nice looking Typhon style shell, which also another company uses, which is Alalo with the AMX12. Got the same knobby tires here, great for off-roading. And you can see that this has quite a bit of clearance underneath it compared to the previous 124 scale models. Now, the main difference between this one is that its weight. It is very light compared to all the previous buggies from WLtoys that have their alloy chassis. This one has a Hypergo inspired chassis design made out of plastic, as well as they were saying 30% fiberglass. And I really do like these little side skirts that tuck the body in and hold it in place rather than the Lexan body flapping around on previous models. So if I grab my Hypergo here, you can see we've got the side skirts and even the chassis design, and the front bumper looks pretty much identical to the new 124008 here. Okay, so it's basically a larger version of the Hypergo 16-07. Once again, let's have a quick look at the similarities. Here is the new WLtoys. We've got the honeycomb reinforcement on the chassis, okay? And you look at the little Hypergo, we've got the same thing going on here. So it's very similar, except the Hypergo is a little 1/16 scale, and we've got the 12 scale version here with the WLtoys. As you can see here, we've got a 2838 brushless motor this time. This is a 3900 kV motor. Here's a 35 amp 3S capable ESC. And we've got the servo in there with the on and off switch, and the standalone WLtoys receiver that they've been using for a couple of years now. Alloy drive shaft, anodized in red. And we have plastic shock towers this time, okay? And much beefier CVDs and dog bones, which are like 10th scale thickness just there, which is excellent to see. And they've done that with the Hypergo as well. As you can see, they've always got the thicker drive shafts. So pretty cool, guys. I'm looking forward to taking this one out. And we've got different mounts on the back with 2 body posts on the back and 1 on the front. Now, another thing that I want to mention is that you can see the Dean's plug just there, which will fit that modular 3S Lipo. We've got a lot of room there to fit large Lipos, either being a 2S or a 3S. Now, all you have to do to connect any aftermarket Lipo is just undo these 2 screws here, which I'll be doing. Just take that little cover off, and that will actually release or make the lead, the Dean's plug lead, free. So you can actually plug it in easier on aftermarket batteries. But if you're going to use the standard Lipo that comes with it, you just want to have that in place. So as you can see, you want to have it in place if you're using the standard 1300 milliamp hour battery. Now, for a 1300 milliamp hour 3S Lipo, that is rather long. You know, usually 1300 milliamp hour Lipos are like half that size. Okay, so here's a comparison between the new 124008 and the previous brushless model, the 124007. Now, as you can see, even though the previous models always had the metal shock towers, they are rather thin compared to the more beefier plastic shock towers of the 124008. Now, once again, a quick comparison of the CVDs and axles on the new 124008 compared to the really thin ones on all the previous WLtoys models like this 124007. Look how much beefier these ones are. Looks like the swing arms are exactly the same, so parts availability is going to be easy to find. All the hubs are exactly the same as the previous models, guys, okay, even though there are differences in the chassis of the new model here. Okay, guys, well, all that's left to do is give the new 124008 a test run. We're going to check it out on the 3S. We'll see if we can get that 60 kilometers an hour on the standard battery that's included, as well as one of my aftermarket batteries, okay? We should get that 60 Ks an hour because these previous models are a bit faster. The 124007 here, for example, said 75 kilometers on the box, and we pretty much got that. So anyway, guys, if you want to grab yourself one of these WLtoys buggies yourself, go to Makerify. There'll be a link in the description below, as well as my coupon code to save you a few extra bucks. Okay guys, we've got the 124008 out here. I'm going to do a quick speed check on this car before I take it for a bash. I've got the standard battery in it, but I'm also going to put a aftermarket 3S Lipo in there as well. Now they do state 60 kilometers plus an hour out of the box, and I don't see why it shouldn't get those sort of speeds, being that this is the first WLtoys buggy that comes with a 3S. So I've got my GPS reader here. Okay, so I'm going to just set that up, press start. All right, so we'll try it out on the 1300 milliamp hour provided, and let's see how it goes. It should get that 60 k's an hour top speed. And we're getting some great range from this transmitter. Like I mentioned at the start of this video, these new transmitters, they really did improve the range on them. That's full throttle. Okay, that's far enough, more than far enough. Let's bring it back again, a couple more times. Now this is a 1300 milliamp hour Lipo, so it's not that big on the milliamp hours. We'll see what we get on this run, and then I'm going to try out my Ovonic 3000 milliamp hour 3S. Very decent brakes on this one, just like all the other WLtoys cars. Right, okay, so we're going to hit stop, read. We've got 58 kilometers an hour. Okay, on the standard battery. Now to fit the other 3S in there, what I'm going to have to do is just undo these two screws on this little cover here where the Dean's T-plug is, and that will free up the actual cable, and I'll be able to easily plug in my aftermarket Lipo in there. So let's get to it. We'll put the 3000 milliamp hour 3S in there. So there you have it guys. As you can see, I've taken the little cover off here. I've freed the wire so you can fit any 3S Lipo you wish to, or 2S, doesn't matter. You can definitely run aftermarket Lipos on this car. That was a main concern by a lot of people. They were thinking that you might not be able to, but you can definitely run just standard Lipos on this car. As you can see, start it up. So let's take for a run on this 3S Lipo, then we'll go for a bit of a bash. All right guys, got it all zeroed out. We're gonna go for another speed run now. Fully pegged. So yeah, that was a main concern with some people regarding this car. They thought that you couldn't use aftermarket Lipos, but you clearly can. We've got 58 on the standard battery. It was pretty close to the 60, but let's see what we got this time around. Read. And we got exactly 60 k's an hour, guys. I'll put a screenshot up, but hopefully you can see that. 60 k's an hour on the dot. All right, so I did get the 60 that they say on the box. Got pretty close with the standard battery. And yeah, all right guys, let's take it for a bash. See how this one performs off-road. All right, so I'll meet you out at the field. Okay guys, let's take it for a bash around this location. See how it goes. Now I'm running the Ovonic 3000 milliamp hour 3S still, because it's over double the milliamp hours of the standard battery, so it should last me a while. So as you can see, 60 k's an hour, got more than enough power and speed out of this to bash around. Whoa! So yeah, more than enough speed. And that's what this model is primarily intended for, is bashing, compared to the previous 112 scale buggies. Yeah, this thing's ripping around pretty good, guys. and it's only 120 bucks US. It's very affordable. Do a bit of a range check on it. Now this is the actual field that I done the range test on the new transmitters with the 124007. I'll have that video linked in this video. You can check it out. We've got great range out of this new transmitter. Yeah, she rips along pretty good, guys. No complaints at all. Even popped a wheelie there. And this particular model is very similar to the MJX, the way the chassis is designed. Being all plastic, all hard plastic. And we've got that honeycomb reinforcement on the chassis. Whoa, that was a nice jump and a good tumble as well. So it's going to be very durable for bashing around. You're not going to bend any alloy parts, such as the chassis itself, like on the previous models, as well as the shock towers, which used to bend quite easily as well. This would be great on a BMX track, guys, I reckon. In the next video, I may take it down to the BMX track, see how it does there. Handle's great too. Just flicking it out here, left and right. A bit of a jump here. See how it does. Get some speed up. Go full throttle. Whoa! You went a bit sideways there. Well, let's try that again. Much better. Yeah, heaps of power, guys. More than enough on this brushless system to have a lot of fun with it. Let's rip it again. Let's see how it goes. Whoa! Another big fail of a jump there. That was a big hit. And it's still going, guys. No issues. It's a little bit different than the other models that they've brought out over the last couple of years, as well as being similar in some ways as well. Now let's take a bit more on this gravel. Yeah, so for 120 bucks, I'd rather purchase something like this than that little Hypergo, for example, the 16207. That's a great little 1/16 scale, but I think they're roughly the same price as this, so I'd rather go for this size Buggy, which is a lot more stable, being that it's a 1/12 scale, and you're getting the same sort of build quality. Really good brakes too. We'll do a brake check on it again, send it out. We're getting really good range too. Look at that, guys. I'm all the way out there. Can hardly see the car. Definitely a big improvement on these transmitters compared to the older ones, which would barely go 100 meters away. That's a brake check. See, I think this is going to be pretty much a winner for WLtoys with the RC hobbyists, especially because the price is so low. And you're getting a great Buggy here with heaps of performance. Look at that. Okay guys, I'm going to bring it in now. I'm not going to make this video too long. I hope you enjoyed the review on the new WLtoys 124008. Fantastic little buggy from WLtoys. 3S out the box. It does what it says it will do, the 60 kilometers an hour. And yeah, I think you can't go wrong guys. For only 120 bucks, I'd say snap one up if you're into these type of RCs. It's a very durable car. As you can see, there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. Hardly any scratches, and I'm running it over gravel, so it's got really good ground clearance. There's no scratches at all really on the bottom of the chassis. Got the front bumper to protect it. This is metal, okay, and all plastic parts throughout, as well as some metal oil-filled shocks and dog bones. All the metal is where it counts, you know, especially in the drive shafts and the gearing. So anyway guys, if you want to pick one of these up yourself, there'll be links to Makerfire in the description below. Use my coupon code as well, which is Perth West Oz RC, and you might be able to get 5 to 8% off. So yeah, definitely take advantage of that offer and use my coupon code whenever you purchase anything off Makerfire throughout the whole website if you wish to purchase from them. So thanks once again for watching guys. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. So I'm out of here for now. This is the WLtoys 124008 112 scale brushless basher. Awesome little rig guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Enjoy the hobby and always have fun.